Cancer, a lot is changing right now for you. You might be feeling this already, or it might be coming up, or maybe it already happened. I don't know where everybody is on the timeline, but the cards that came out already for you, and I'll pull more in a second, are surrender and adapting to change. Number 3 and 48. And 48 equals a 12, which reduces to a 3. So we have 2 3s here. So number 33, or 3s in general, might be significant for you. You might even have 3 decisions to make. Some of you are not totally aware that there's 3 decisions to make. You might feel like you need to choose between this or that, and there's actually a third option you're not seeing. So there's something here that you've overanalyzed, Spirit is saying, and you need to surrender to what is being presented to you already. To surrender to what you already know. Once you really observe, step back from a situation, if it's dramatic or if it's causing you anxiety, step back from it, observe it, see it from a higher perspective, kind of go outside of the situation, remove yourself from it, and just observe it as if it was happening to someone else. Because no amount of overthinking about this situation is going to enable you to move forward in the direction you need to go. So it's almost like you just have to surrender to observing the situation. This will help you adapt to the change better, and also to prioritize what really needs your mental attention. Because something's happening over here where it feels like, oh, I'm really caught up in this. Okay? Or you're just maybe even overthinking about yourself and your own path and your healing journey and all of these things. And there's something else that's happening over here, or maybe the third thing that we're not seeing, that is more useful for you to consider and contemplate. It feels more like contemplation rather than over-analyzing. So something is getting you to, it's wrapped up in this kind of 8 of Swords energy of over-analyzing. And then there's something else going on in your life that you're not paying enough attention to that has the contemplation energy of like the hermit that gets you to deeper wisdom and truth. So I got a couple things that came in before I turned on the camera, and the first was a penny. I saw a penny, so I don't know what that means for you. It might be significant. Then I also saw a clock. So you might feel as though something is time sensitive. But you have all the time that you need. Slow down. I'm 303. I'm seeing like a clock's being rolled back. You can slow down time. I know, you're like, Andy, what the hell are you talking about? You can. Okay, if you feel like you're being rushed, if you feel like everything's happening too fast, just be still and allow yourself to feel the slowing of time. Because Spirit is telling me you have all the time you need. Okay? Don't put yourself in a position where you feel like you have to make all of these decisions and you have to come to some kind of conclusion way before you're ready to. There's a time for making snappy decisions, and then there's time for stillness. The next thing I saw was a shoehorn, which is pretty interesting because I was thinking about, well, what does a shoehorn symbolize? And it's like, well, if the shoe fits, wear it. And a shoehorn allows us to wear the shoe, to fit into the shoe. And if we didn't have that shoehorn, then we might not be able to get our foot. So maybe there's something you're getting your foot in the door with, or you're starting to fit into something here. You're moving in a particular direction. Now you might have questions of like, is this the right fit for me? But Spirit wants to give you a shoehorn, some tools, some guidance to help you ease into a situation or ease into a new path. So don't try to force anything right now, because the assistance that you need is coming. So let's get into the tarot and see what else comes up for you, Cancer. I just got a whole bunch of messages from a Cancer here. I had it on Do Not Disturb, and it just timed out, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Chaos as the opportunity. Yeah, it feels like when Spirit brings out the card surrender, there is something chaotic going on, and we can't really order it. We can't control it. And every time we try to control it, it's just not working in our favor. So we have to take a step back and surrender to the process, surrender to what's unfolding. Because sometimes what we need to see in a chaotic situation hasn't actually happened yet. And so taking any kind of action or making any decision is premature. We have to allow something to unfold for us to see that opportune moment. So let's see. Let's get all the cards out here. Exactly. Hold on. Whoa, Cancer. This is a pretty clear message about this upheaval or change or chaos, disruption that's going on for you. And if you're like, Andy, there's no disruption in my life, maybe it's coming up, I don't know. And it's not always bad if it does, or maybe it's not your reading, and that's okay too. You can always check out your other signs. Highly recommended. Your moon sign, especially. Okay. Ah, yes. Okay, Cancer, we're going to clarify with tarot, but let me just talk to you about the oracle cards that came out. So, the opportunity, chaos. So, chaos is obviously disruptive, and it feels like, well, sometimes it could feel like a wicked punch to the gut. It could feel like, oh my God, my life's in shambles. I don't know what to do. My mind's all over the place. But the energy of chaos, the reason why it feels like that is because it's formless. There's no order in it. There's no direction. There's no reasoning. It's just kind of like this energy that's nebulous and just kind of happening. And there's something that's really magical and special about chaos energy. And that's that it frees everything up. It allows us to create something from the chaos that we want to create. So when we have upheaval and chaos in our life, it's an opportune time to recreate something for ourselves, or to take all that energy and decide what we want to do with it. There's no structure. There's nothing chaining us down to anything. Everything is possible in a moment of chaos. It's just how we choose to work with the energy and how we choose to look at it. Because your guidance here, best course of action to take at this time is the alchemist, which Spirit is clearly saying, like, take this chaos and use it for your benefit. Alchemize it into something you want to do. So if your flights suddenly change, or the hotel you booked goes belly up, or, you know, like you're fighting with your partner, whatever it is, it's like, take this moment where everything seems like, whoa, I don't know what's going on. Nothing is as it seems. Take that moment and decide to shift the dynamic so that the situation is actually more in your hands than it was before. That's what I'm getting. So it's like you're going to get more control over a situation because of the chaos. It needed to like free itself from something. I hope this is making sense. Because what you don't see coming is illusion. Things are chaotic right now because there was an illusion in the so-called order that existed before. Something seemed right. Something seemed like it is how it should be. Everything was going step by step, etc. But there was something hiding. There was an illusion in that. And that's why it couldn't stay the same. So let's find out, what is this illusion, Spirit? The Magician. Ooh, Cancer, this is getting interesting. This is kind of juicy. I know it probably feels horrendous to you on many levels. And I get it. Because this is like, you either thought you had control of a situation where you didn't, or somebody else was trying to gain control in a situation you didn't even realize it. What were they trying to do? Or you or someone else, whoever this is. Okay, you decide. Follow your intuition. What was this magician trying to accomplish? 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this could be you searching for a happy ending here with someone when it wasn't possible. You were, it was an illusion that could happen. Or somebody was giving you the illusion that this could happen. And if this is about business, there was an illusion that like everything is all going to plan, everything is great, your ideas are being respected, like we got you, you know what I'm saying? So, that wasn't true. I'm hearing there was a kink in the armor. That wasn't true. So it couldn't sustain itself. It had to break into chaos. The form couldn't hold. Now, just because it wasn't true doesn't mean that somebody didn't want it to be true. Okay? So your challenge is balance. To find the balance in the chaos. Yeah. To surrender. You have to balance your emotions with your desire to take action, for your desire to, really do something. Because when there's chaos, again, our initial reaction is to immediately bring order or to restore order to the way things were before. And sometimes we can act really aggressive about trying to get that to happen. And once again, Spirit is saying there's an opportunity here in this chaos to create something different in this situation. So you have to balance out that kind of drive that you're having to really do something about something that's upsetting you. It feels like, there's I can't sit still with this. I can't sit with this. It's too much. I don't want to do that. I got to go and make sure something happens here. But Spirit wants you to surrender to the moment. Why? Why is this all happening? We have this card, Element of Earth. I'm going to read from this book here. This is Oracle of the Long Now. Appropriate name for your reading. So let's see what the book says about this card, Element of Earth, right here. This is why this is happening, or what is happening even in this situation. The element of earth rules the physical world. This card relates to form and matter, the body, prosperity, material success, stability, comfort, and physical labor. Earth is the element of patience, strength, commitment, discipline, and perseverance, and permanence. It represents the sensations, health, the grounding, and centering of energies, and promotes peace and fertility. Earth isn't aggressive, it's receptive. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, a little bit of aggression in your energy. But I get it. It's not I'm not dogging you out for that. I get why you feel aggressive. It's your goal, your aim is to be assertive and to reclaim your power in this situation, to reclaim control. But there's a certain underlying aggressiveness in it that Spirit wants you to release, because it's by doing that, you're missing out on something. Earth is intricately connected with the physical senses. This card symbolizes grasping how the material world works and finding the ability to live on Earth with happiness and love. The Earth will be safe when we feel safe in ourselves. Anger and sadness pollute the energy of the Earth, just like our carbon footprint. The Earth card may appear when you have been living too much in your head, and need to awaken to the needs of your body by finding routines that keep you healthy and balanced. Drawing the card of Earth asks you to make plans that are practical and stable with a sense of purpose. Understand Earth's potency. Rich deposits of metal ores are found throughout its crust. Earth possesses the qualities of strength and endurance and its indomitable force. So Cancer, you need to ground right now. This is imperative. And it's not just that you need to ground in this situation in order to restore some sense of balance for yourself amidst the chaos, but it's because you need to ground even before the chaos started. Okay? So as the book was saying, grounding could be making practical plans, living it day by day. You know, it's important to plan for the future, but when we feel like things are chaotic around us or things start to go wrong, living in the now, the day by day, can bring us a lot of relief. So when we're overthinking, we're always overthinking about the future or about the past. We rarely, if ever, overthink about the now, like right now. You're not overthinking about what's happening right now. You're overthinking about something in the past or the future. So if you ground yourself in the now, you can release some of that overthinking. You can surrender it. Say, I'm just going to be in the now. And right now, everything is fine. And I know you might be like, Andy, not everything is fine. Okay, emotionally, maybe not everything is fine. Mentally, maybe things are a little disruptive. But you, your body, your earth element, your vessel, you are fine. You're able to sit here, listen to this reading. You're okay. Everything's okay. And so ground yourself in that knowingness that you are okay. I feel like for those of you who watched your 2024, the next 3 months reading, the last all signs I did, this is connected somehow. I vaguely remember that reading. It had something to do with you being in the center of something really important. So you might want to check that reading out. It was the last all signs. It was called like the next 3 months. Okay, so let me find out a little bit more about this grounding for you, Cancer. The Moon and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, when we're in a state of confusion, illusion, delusion, whether it's our own delusions or we're dealing with someone else's, coming back to the present moment is literally the best thing you can do. Light something that gives off a scent. Light a candle that you can smell. It will bring you into the moment. Get something tactile going, really hold a stone, put your feet into the ground, like get hot, get cold, eat something, really pay attention to the flavors, like pay attention to your senses right now. Because the opportunity here for you to create something is so big and massive, but you have to ground yourself first. Because the Seven of Cups and the Moon is like, Andy, I'm gone. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having an emotional breakdown. I can't see the forest through the trees. Everything's closing in on me. And you may have every right to feel that, Cancer. But please take care of yourself by grounding yourself, observing these emotions, observing these thoughts. And as hard as it may be, looking at this chaotic situation as the beginning of a fresh start, the beginning of alchemizing, manifesting what you want. I saw this meme the other day and it said, what if everything that's happening right now is a part of your manifestation? What if it's actually getting you closer to what you want? But you have to go through this. I think that's what's going on here, Cancer. So the Alchemist for your guidance, best course of action. Let's get a little bit further, Spirit. The Alchemist. The Four of Wands, another card of grounding. Seven of Pentacles, patience, yes. Three of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. You have the opportunity to create something long-lasting, security, support, connection with others, something that works. But it does require patience. Okay, you might have to meet somebody new, and that might take a little bit of time, okay, in order to get your business going, or in order to meet somebody who's a stable, secure partner, or whatever it is. There's like something that's going to take a little bit of time and effort and work. But it is going to work here. If you're moving, maybe you need yourself a little bit more time, 4:04 on the clock. Maybe you need to like ground yourself, decide what it is that you really want before you start looking. Whatever changes that you're making, allow yourself the time you need to put that practical plan in place and not get overwhelmed with the emotions. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, this is like you are manifesting something that's going to be permanent in your life. So, in this situation, I guess what you're supposed to manifest is that shoehorn so you can fit in to your future path, which is so stable, solid, secure. There's a celebration here with people who love you and support you. And this, what's happening now, is somehow, some way, a part of your end goal. Now, an external force to be aware of, this could be a person or a thing going on here around you. We have destructive spirit. This is like the devil card. So there's someone who could be amplifying this chaos for you, making it worse for you, you know, egging you on in some way emotionally, or encouraging you to act aggressively or take some kind of action that you feel is rushed. Okay, there's, you know, when we're in a state of like, oh, screw my life, you can find so many people who share that same sentiment and who want to hold you there with them, like so easily. Misery loves company, you know, so there's always going to be people who want to feed that part of you that feels like they're going through, like that feels the way you do, horrible, whatever it is that you're feeling right now that's super difficult. There's always going to be spirits around that want to feed that want to keep you in that place, that want to keep you stuck, whether they come in the form of people or whether they're thought forms or things you're watching, whatever it is. Beware of these destructive spirits. They want to keep you down. So also when we're going through something really difficult, it can be hard to listen to people who are like super optimistic and happy and good things are going on in their life, and you feel like, oh, screw you. I'm going through hell. It could, you know, and I get that, and maybe there's a time and place for that, but it's a better idea to surround yourself with those who feel at peace with themselves. It's better to listen to things that are uplifting and give you hope and restore your faith in humanity, in yourself, in the divine. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows. You're the alchemist, so you get to decide how this all turns out for you. All right, Cancer. I'm going to go into an extended. In the extended reading, we go a layer deeper. We get more details. There's less of you. If you're interested in that, the link for that is in the description box below. But if you can't go along to that for whatever reason, or you don't want to, then just trust that you got the information that you needed right here. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.